So, lights. So, you want to have artificial lighting in your house for your plants. Let's talk about them. Hey peeps, so today we're going to be talking about artificial lighting for your plants. Because, you know, the winter sometimes in your household cuts down on the lighting. The window just by itself probably cuts the lighting in half. I'm not sure if that's true, but you know. But really, it does get darker in the winter. So with having tropical plants, not all of us can have plants outside with efficient light or lighting. So I'm gonna help you guys with that. I just wanted to say that I'm not an expert on this. I am just going by experience. I didn't watch any YouTube videos, probably should have, but I didn't. About artificial lighting, I just learned as I went, trial and error, what works, what doesn't work, at least in my household. So I have this small window in my apartment, and it's the only window that I use for plants. There is no more plants in the common room or anything like that. So I have to suffice or make the best out of the situation that I possibly can. So that means me bringing in artificial lighting, substituting for the lighting that I don't have. This window right here is a west-facing window. So on a good day, it will get 2 hours-ish of direct light, starting around 3, ending around 5 on a good day. Lately it's been raining, dark, cold. Basically I've been fighting the elements to take care of my plants. So we're just gonna hop into it. I'm gonna show you guys what I use for my shelf behind me first. And I have a couple of clips of my lighting setup, which I'll probably view to now. So on each shelf I have one light fixture that is put up with double-sided Scotch tape. The Scotch tape is in a roll that looks like this, and it's sticky on one side and sticky on the other, of course because it's double-sided, but I have the see-through kind. The double-sided sticky tape, it almost feels like gel, has been working pretty well. They haven't fallen yet, except for the ones on the bottom. I'm not sure why, but when I first put it up for that week or two, it fell a couple of times, and I didn't think I was going to be able to put anything under there, but I got some things under there. It's actually pretty full, just like the other shelves. But it hasn't fallen down since that first week or two that I put it up. So the actual light fixtures that I'm using is these Fiat electric 2 feet light fixtures. I'm not sure if you can see, but I just got these from Home Depot, which I can link. I can give you the link below of these lights. Was I holding it upside down? No. But this is for vegetative and flowering growth. they are colored lights. Now, I know colored lights are like a big, either people don't care or they completely hate them. Personally, the super colored purple lights, I get frequent headaches. So, with that being said, these lights don't bother me. They're almost like a watered down light pink, because the box even says that it has blue spectrum lights in there. So it has both pink and blue, which I think waters down the pink, so it's not so like purple pink, which really helps. So if I had those like completely pink lights, I couldn't function. I couldn't do it from day to day. So those lights will never be up. I love these lights. They can get pretty strong though, so I'd be very careful. The only time my plants have gotten like a light burn is when, so I'm a college student, I don't live at home, but I do go home 2 out of 4 weekends, maybe, depends on the month. It's November, so Thanksgiving's coming up. I'll probably be there 2 out of 4 weekends. So when I leave the lights on, my plants are not happy with me when I get back. They hate me. But I'm gonna show you guys an example of leaf burn. So this is my Hoya multiflora, and this has gotten some light leaf burn. Like, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but on especially like this leaf, it's kind of yellow. That's kind of what leaf burn looks like compared to these like darker green leaves. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? This yellower leaf. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it is light burned. I do have another example, and this is one of my philodendron Tahitis, and it has some light burn as well. So it's yellower, it's even tan on the sides. So I just be careful, even with artificial lights, even though they don't get hot, the intensity of the light, the plants still can feel. So I just be careful and watch them very closely, and see when you should turn them on, turn them off, because honestly, I've had lights since September. It is now November. I got plant lights just because I felt like my room was dark, and I have so many plants that have so many needs and so many light requirements that I just felt I needed to get them anyways. So yeah, so that is what I use for my shelf, but I also have some more plant lights right above me, sitting right here, right beside my plant shelf. And they're on an individual fixture, so I screwed them in. So what I use is these lights for the two that I'm pointing at, not for the one farthest to me to the left, because number one, I think they discontinued that other light. It works really well, and it said it was a GE plant light, but I don't think they sell it any longer, because I went back, I got that light and then I went back to get more and could not find the light for my life. I think I got that plant light at Lowe's. It was a GE brand, and it actually said plant light, but I can't find it. I think it was around $4 too, but at the same time, this is sold at Lowe's as well. And these work pretty well and pretty good as well. So I had taken a poll on Instagram to see like what lights does everybody use and things like that, and they were saying that LED lights work pretty well, and I can now attest to that LED lights do work well. I get these in particular. They're really cheap. Yeah, and they're like the daylight lights, so they don't have that yellow tinge, that almost like old looking tinge to the light. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the watts on these are pretty significant to know the watts. Is for this one it's 19 watts right there, and for this LED light it has 650 lumen, so, and it only has 10 watts, so it's less bright than the 19 watt one. This isn't as bright, but this is 1200 lumen, so that's pretty bright. That's like full sun. So yeah, it's not that far off from each other, but this one's dimmer. And I haven't gotten any plant burn or anything. My Gloriosum and my Philodendron Hope is being supplemented by that light, and they've been doing amazing. They've been growing. My Philodendron Gloriosum has 3 points of growth. Philodendron Hope doing amazing. So yeah, that's about all I have for you guys. I hope you like this video. I hope it was somewhat informative and get you thinking about like what type of light will work for you in your space. If you have any recommendations or anything you want, any tips, maybe we can trade tips. Just let me know in the comments.